Hey, hi. I haven't posted in a while. It's because lots of stuff has gone down. None of it good. But I don't want to be the mopey sad one, so I'm just going to explain what happened. And I've had many weeks to recover from it, and so I'm ready to put my smile back on and get back on track. So basically what happened is my parents have been researching trans things and have been continuing to meet with my extremely Christian therapist. While they don't require that I see her anymore, they're still going to see her very often, and I won't even be there to defend myself, so they're getting all these glorious ideas from her. Sorry, my cat is being a cat. And they've been doing lots of online research and researching binders and all that stuff, and they realized that binders aren't the safest thing in the entire world. So they sat me down and asked me to explain my dysphoria and everything like that to them, and I didn't open up because I didn't trust them. They had never given me any inclination that I should trust them about anything on this topic, so it was very one-sided. I didn't respond to most of their questions. I just kind of blocked them out, and basically it ended with me shouting and yelling, Josie, sorry, yelling and crying, and I came in my room, closed and locked the door, and just kind of laid on my beanbag and sobbed my heart out for like 7 years. And then my parents came in my room. Only later did I realize that my door was locked, and so they had unlocked my door, which is unsettling. But so they came in my room and sat me down and continued talking to me, and the whole time they were telling me that they love me and they're doing this for my own good and all that kind of stuff. And I've actually looked it up, and it technically doesn't constitute as emotional abuse because they're not doing it intentionally. But if it did constitute as emotional abuse, I could definitely find a way out of this home because it is very detrimental to my mental health. All of my depression and anxiety that I deal with on a very daily basis stems from things that happen in my own home. So anyway, after they had a lovely conversation with me on my beanbag, they stood up and started going through my dressers and things, looking for my binders, and told me that I needed to give the binders to my parents. And I was like, how about no? And that didn't go over well, and I am usually a fairly mellow person unless it's like I'm being loud because I'm happy. I'm usually pretty exuberant and loud, and this cat will be with me. Sorry, okay. So you get to meet Josie. So they ended up taking my binders. I ended up screaming and yelling and sobbing and just kind of hating my life. And then they just left, and I was just alone in my room with no binders, and that was not a fun experience. Josie, okay, goodbye. So I've been kind of recovering from that event the past month or so. So I'm basically back to square one, except I have more male clothes now, but my parents are very, they very much don't like it when I dress masculinely. They told me I couldn't. After that event, they told me I couldn't dress masculinely anymore after that lovely event, but they didn't take my male clothes, and so I've still been kind of dressing as masculine as I can. hiding my painfully large chest. When you're going back to what you learned your first day of trans guy school, baggy clothes, dark clothes, layers, that kind of thing, and like body posture and the way you hold yourself and stuff. So there's that. So that really sucks, and I have very rarely had body dysphoria. The only dysphoria I ever had was just straight up gender dysphoria. But lately I was having a lot more body dysphoria. Like I couldn't even shower with my eyes open, that sort of thing. It was getting really bad. My binders were my safe place, basically, and then, as if my parents could read my mind, they chose that time to go ahead and take my binders, and that is not fun. So, yeah, and my parents and my relationship isn't the healthiest. Even aside from all the obvious, they, whenever they do something like that, and I'm mad at them for it for the next few days, like immediately after it, they'll pretend it didn't happen. I'm still mad at my parents for it, but all of us are kind of just pretending it didn't happen, and I really dislike them strongly. Scratch. Okay. Yeah, so, and they're like, why are you mad at me every so often? And I'm like, you know exactly why I'm mad at you. And it's gotten to be where school is my safe place, and I constantly feel stressed and anxious and more depressed than I ever feel when I'm at home, and that's just not healthy. It's supposed to be the other way around. Home is where you feel safe and away from school, but school is where I feel safe and away from home. So that's not the greatest situation. But they've never literally harmed me. Well, physically, really. And so there's no case or anything, and I know I don't seem very broken up about it, but that's only because I've recorded this video about 6 times since that incident, and all of them I was close to tears every single time, and so it's been like a month or so since it happened, and so I've kind of recovered since then. So I mean, this is what happens. They go and do something drastic and it hurts so badly, and I don't think I'm ever gonna recover from it, but then we all pretend it didn't happen, and there's no difference in our life that we led before, except I'm worse off, but I'm only worse off emotionally, and I don't let people see that. So it's fun. So yeah, I have no binders, and I am really stressed because it's okay to not have a binder during the winter because layers help you pass anyway, but I seriously doubt I'll be able to pass in the summer, especially in Texas, because it gets really hot, obviously, considering it's March right now, and it was February just a few days ago, and I was running around in short sleeves and sweating and needing like water and stuff, so global warming's really weird. But yeah, trying to pass with less clothes and less layers is really difficult, and passing is something that's really important to me, and I am trying to figure out what I'll do. This has become a hoodie I basically live in because it's literally basically everything you need to pass. It's got patterns on it, so it detracts from your actual form. I'm a YouTube person and a trans guy, and I can't say the word for those. These. So yeah, pattern distracts from your form. It's big and it's baggy, so you can't really see it anyway. It goes over my hands. Apparently, according to one of my friends, I'm small. And I refuse to believe that. I will always be a big, strong, tall man. What? Oh, frick, this video is 10 minutes long. I'm sorry. So I'll try to start posting more often. I know I say that like every video. But, yeah. That's life. Also, in RTC, every year we have a military ball. So, dance, basically, thing. And, I'm going to be wearing a dress, and so that is kind of inducing some not fun feelings. But upside, well, I don't know if it's an upside, is after tomorrow, I'm recording this on a Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. So after Friday, week after that is spring break. So upside, I'll be home all week. Downside, I'll be home all week. So I won't be stressed for school, but I won't have access to my safe place either. So I think I'm just gonna hang out with a lot of friends and get out of the house as often as possible. But yeah, that's a catch up on my life. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep doing this and it's 12 minutes now. I'm so sorry. I'm taking up way too much of your time. My hair is a fluff ball. I'm going by Eli in 2 of my classes now, and that's really rad, and I love it a lot. But my teachers, like, they just think it's a nickname. They don't know that I'm like male, and so it's funny because like they'll use female pronouns in the same sentence that they say Eli, and I'm like, you're so close. You're like almost there, because they're like, hey Eli, come here, chick. And I'm like, I mean, almost there. You know, it's almost there, but someday, someday it'll happen. I hope. Until then, Eli the trans guy says bye.